Plates ready? This is Food School, Smarter, Stronger, Leaner podcast. Want to feel amazing, love the way you look in the mirror, and perform your absolute best in the gym, at work, and in life? You're definitely in the right place. Food. It's you. It builds every single cell of you. And if there is one thing every human being must master, it's food. Because at the very least, eating, you do it every day, several times a day, every single day. You might as well get good at it. I'm your host, Shurina from createyourself.today, your personal nutritionist and plate watcher, your diet guide and explorer, your fat loss coach and food inspector. And just someone with a lot of passion and obsession and curiosity for healthy food, healthy diets, nutrition, optimized human performance, everything and absolutely anything you put in your grocery shopping cart, your fridge, on your plate, and in your mouth. It's my business. Food School, on a mission to help you eat better daily.
It's the last time I talk about food. It's the last time I talk about food.
Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Food School Smarter, Stronger, Leaner podcast. And it's 3 days to 2020 and a new decade of our life. And we're gonna have 3 episodes every single day, 1 episode to cover the rest of our macros and come up with a simple plan to eat all of your micros, to affect all of your macros, to make your life awesome. So that's the whole purpose of this series of this podcast dedicated to eating your micronutrients, so you get as many as possible through your food, so you feel and perform amazing on all levels. Because guys, when your machinery works well, you're just gonna feel awesome, full of energy, with good mood. Getting sick really rare, if ever, and if you do get sick, then it's like for a day or something, okay, without any antibiotics or anything. You're just gonna recover super fast. And how much productivity you're gonna get from that, right? And but that just goes beyond that. Like, if you're into training, if you're into working out, and you're not eating the most nutritious diet possible, then you're definitely missing out on all of your performance. You might be taking all of these supplements that are supposed to make you into a Superman or something, but you'll get much better results from eating micronutrients from a variety of nutrient dense whole foods. And I'm not kidding here, guys. They work much better than any supplement on the market, really. And they have behind them many years of human usage. We evolved with whole foods. We did not evolve with supplements, and our bodies do not work that well on supplements, from all the evidence that we can see. Anyhow, guys, so also I wanted to share that yesterday, or the day before yesterday actually, I decided to put all of my meals, all of my food that I've been upgrading, changing up according to my upgraded knowledge of micronutrients. So I've been playing with different foods in my diet, the foods that I love, the foods that seem to have a lot of different nutrients and absorb in the best form. And I was sitting at my desk doing some research, and I was like, let me put all of my food that I'm planning to tomorrow into this website or tracker, checkyourfood.com. The link you can find in the show notes. I just love those guys, not affiliated, but they're the best as if you want to track your micronutrients and macronutrients, everything in your food. So I decided to put all of my meals in there, because I haven't done that in like months or so. And I put it all in, and oh my God, according to this database, I was going to eat all of my micronutrients, no supplements or mineral waters required, in a day of foods, and just somewhere around 1800 calories. That for me is kind of perfect. And also when it comes to carbohydrates, it was somewhere like 55 with 30 grams or more of fiber and all the healthy fats, and somewhere around 115 grams of protein. Protein was also about 100, or fat was around 100, and I was just so pumped, and I made a video if you haven't checked it out yet on my Instagram. So I shared all the numbers, all the foods that I ate, made a little video, shared all the graphics, so you can check it out, and also you can use the website checkyourfood.com. That service actually, most of the functionality is completely free, and that is more than most of you need. I used it free for like half a year. So you can put all of your food in there and see where you are at without any supplements, like what kind of micronutrients you are eating or not eating. So it was a cool experiment. So check out my perfect day of food on Instagram, and let's dig into the science and nutrition of they're not actually micronutrients, they're fats, they're fatty acids, but they are essential fatty acids, meaning that human body cannot make them, and we need them for normal functioning. And if we don't get them, we get serious negative health consequences, especially for someone, if you're planning to have a baby, if you're a nursing mom, if you have a kid, if you are a kid or teenager, if you're an athlete. But I mean, these fatty acids, they're needed for everyone. If you're not getting them, you can have anything from like low hormone function and low sex performance to hair loss to scaly, red, and itchy skin to depression. It's like if you're not getting these fatty acids, a lot of things can go wrong, guys, and for sure everything will not go right if you're consistently not getting them. And the balance is also important, but guys, what I love about whole foods is, as nutrition society science, we don't know yet the exact balance that we need and the best form that our body can absorb and digest. But in whole foods, if you're eating normal amount of foods, not some extract or pills, eating fatty fish instead of fish oil, in normal foods, in whole foods, it's really hard to mess it up a lot. Just because you have your limits of your digestive system, only so much food you can consume, and those nutrients, they come together, and for your body it's also easier to eliminate what is not needed and to transform one form of the nutrient into another when it comes in whole foods. And when it comes in supplement, that's a completely different story. Like, you can mess up a lot of things and create a lot of imbalances. That's why I guess that's the main reason why I recommend to go whole foods, not some extract, powders, potions, supplements, because it's just it's almost impossible to find that balance by yourself. Even the best nutrition scientists can't really do that. That's why there are so many different supplement formulations, because we're still researching and trying things. But let's get back to our Omega6s and Omega3s. By the way, guys, you might not know that, but Omega6 fatty acids that are known to be pro-inflammatory and Omega3 fatty acids that are known to be anti-inflammatory, they are not the same. Like, there are different Omega3 fatty acids, there are different Omega6 fatty acids. By different, I mean with different molecules, and they perform different function in our bodies. And our bodies can use for certain purposes only certain molecules. And some molecules our body can make into another, some molecules it cannot. And you actually need to get the exact molecule from food. That's why this whole science about fatty acids is a little bit messy, and you need to get a variety of fatty acids, of these essential fatty acids, if you want to get to your place of ultimate and optimal performance, right? So for example, let's take omega-6 fatty acids. So, for example, deficiency causes dandruff, inflamed scaly skin, hair loss, low sex drive and infertility, low sex hormones, blunted stress response in males, and exaggerated stress response in females. If you're deficient in these particular fatty acids, then, for example, for female, you can have all the autoimmune response to different foods, not because that food is bad for you, but because you are missing that fatty acid that makes normal metabolism working. And so you might be sensitive to certain food because you're not getting that fatty acid, and it has nothing to do with food. Actually, that was a case for me for sure, because I was not getting a proper amount of different essential fatty acids. My gut was just sensitive to a lot of things, and now that I have much more balanced diet when it comes to fatty acids or anything, then now I find it that I'm much less sensitive to anything. Like, I used to be super sensitive to peanuts or even sunflower seeds. Now I'm not. So that just something to think about, especially if you are someone who has a lot of food sensitivities and allergies. And guys, a lot of people are going, on almost like plant food free diet or carnivore because of some autoimmune issues. But the thing is, those guys or you might not have issues again with food. It's just your meal plan before was so messed up when it comes to different nutrients and specifically to essential fatty acids that you got so sensitive to foods because of that, not because of some plant poison. So again, think about it. So the deficiency is cured by linoleic acid, that is a form of omega-6 fatty acids, and arachidonic acid, both of which are omega-6 fatty acid. Arachidonic acid is what's needed. Linoleic acid is just an acid that our body can use to transform it into that omega-6 fatty acid. So that arachidonic acid that our body is actually needs is needed for stomach health, also to prevent food intolerances, to defend us against infections, and resolute chronic inflammation, to help with chronic inflammation, and to have less anxieties. Yeah, guys, it goes as deep as mental health. Usually the deficiency is the main concern for growing children, pregnant and nursing mothers, bodybuilders on their, their weird special diet. And if you have some chronic diseases or recovering from diseases and injuries. So 1 gram of linoleic acid that you can find in plant foods, or 132 milligrams of arachidonic acid, are sufficient in most cases. But to give you guys an idea, to get the omega-6 fatty acid that your body actually needs, you just need to eat 2 egg yolks or 100 grams of liver, right? As we are eating already on our meal plan to get all the micronutrients, some liver every day, and we are eating some eggs for choline, for example, right? And for other nutrients, then probably just keep eating your yolks, and you will be getting all the arachidonic acid that you need, and you'll be just fine. So as we just mentioned, it can contribute to a lot of things, the lack of this particular acid. And guys, eating eggs is superior to eating things like, let's first also talk about the omega-6 fatty acid, the one that can be made into that acid that our body actually needs. So you can find it in plant foods. For example, you can find it in sunflower seeds that we are eating for actually vitamin E, right? Remember, if you haven't, then check out the episode on vitamin C and vitamin E, our body's main antioxidants. So 1 ounce of sunflower seeds will give you 70% of that omega-6 fatty acid, the one that we can transform into the one that we actually need. Flax seeds will give you a little bit, like 15% in 30 grams or 1 ounce. Peanut butter, 1 tablespoon will give you 35% of it. But again, 2 egg yolks, and we are eating them for choline anyway, will give you all the omega-6 that you need, right? So when it comes to omega-6, I suggest just eating your 2 egg yolks and you'll be fine. And guys, when it comes to eggs in general, a lot of people have sensitivities to egg white, and it actually also prevents some vitamins to be absorbed. So if you were to choose egg whites or egg yolks, go for egg yolks. And I'd rather you have egg yolk omelette, not egg white omelette, because protein in egg white, well, you can find it anywhere unless you're a vegan or something else. But yeah, guys, eggs is an amazing food, nutrient-dense food source that if you're not eating for some reason, I don't know, find a way to start eating it. And vegan diet, it just so not sustainable. But you have to like supplement heavily. And again, to create that balance with supplements and not to mess it up, it's really hard. So eat your 2 egg yolks. And plus, that plant, for example, omega-6 fatty acid, cannot really be efficiently converted into the fatty acid that we need by a lot of people because of issues with digestive system or some other issues with metabolism, right? So eat your egg yolks and you'll be fine with your omega-6 fatty acid. And so from omega-6s to omega-3s, and why are omega-3s important? They contribute to normal functioning of your heart and the maintenance of your normal blood cholesterol levels. And there are also for your brain health and especially for brain development, super duper important. There are actually many kinds of omega-3 fatty acids, to be honest, guys, but the main kind of distinction you want to make between the fatty acids, omega-3s, that you get from things like walnuts or flax seeds or chia seeds, or what I like to call land omega-3s. You also getting them from land animals in some amount that are grazing on grass, like grass-fed cow's meat, for example, right? And there are marine omega-3 fatty acids that are completely different, and those are the most important for the brain. And those ones you can get from sardines or herring or salmon or cod liver or salmon raw or other fish raw in different amounts, right? And so they perform quite different functions in our body, and you need probably a balance of those. There is still more research needs to be done, like what is the exact balance of those, but that we need both, it seems to be pretty sure. And so to get your omega-3 fatty acids from land sources, you can eat things like walnuts, flax seeds, chia seeds. Let's see. So for example, how much of this? Just 50 grams of walnuts, you're gonna get the 100% of your land omega-3 fatty acids. Just 15 grams, right? It's like nothing. Then when we go to flax seeds, let me put the size. So just from 15 grams again of flax seeds, you're gonna get 311% of your land omega-3 fatty acids. When it comes to omega-3 fatty acids, I usually just crush my flax seeds, like 15 grams of it. It's like nothing, and I added fiber, so I wouldn't even count it into my calories. Unless I'm on a like really specific fat loss plan or something. So I would just crush those 15 grams of flax seeds and would add while cooking my food, even though I would put it at the end of cooking, probably in the cooked food to mix it up, because omega-3 fatty acids, they are sensitive to heat, so no high heat cooking for sure, but I would just add it to my cooked food at the end, or put it in my salads, and it will give it more, more substance and make it more nutritious, and also would make it kind of like stick together. So actually really nice consistency. Or you can put it in your smoothies or juices. So crushed flax seeds, one of the best sources of omega-3 fatty acids. And then let's look at chia seeds. So 1 tablespoon of chia seeds, you can make, chia pudding that a lot of my clients absolutely love for breakfast. 1 tablespoon of chia seeds will give you 227% of omega-3 fatty acids, land omega-3 fatty acids that are important anti-inflammatory compound and needed for the normal functioning of your heart and maintenance of normal blood cholesterol levels, right? So it's really easy, guys. Just eat a tablespoon of walnuts, flax seeds, or chia seeds in any form you like, and you'll get more than enough. And then when it comes to omega-3 fatty acids that are marine, that are also called EPA and DHA, pregnant and nursing moms for sure need a lot of them, like 2 grams per day of omega-3, marine omega-3 fatty acids, EPA and DHA combined. Kids should be breastfed as long as practical and should be weaned onto a diet of containing as much fatty fish as they are willing to eat up to age of 4. That is crucial developmental stage. Most adults should be getting all of their EPA and DHA from just 1 serving of 3-4 ounces of fatty fish will actually give you the minimum amount of your DHA and EPA. So it's like nothing, eat your can of sardines at least once a week. Like, guys, if you can't do anything, then you really do not care about your health. I have a few clients who have allergies to fish or who just can't tolerate any sorts of fish, right? So for them, I actually first suggest to try cod liver or cod liver oil, because it's the most natural supplement when it comes to omega-3 fatty acids, marine omega-3 fatty acids. And when it comes to cod liver, so omega-3 fats are captured in the tissue and they're much more stable, and stability and not being oxidized is the problem for omega-3 fatty acids. So what you want to do probably, if you want to try to consume cod liver, because it has the least fatty fish and it can be made into a pate that it's just pleasant and delicious, and plus it has vitamins A and vitamin D. That's why it's consumed in northern countries so much, because of vitamin D. Just 1 serving or 1 ounce of it will have all the vitamin D you need per day and all the omega-3s. Also vitamin A, so you don't need to eat the liver for that, but chicken liver, for example, is good for other things. Anyhow, guys, so you want to be consuming at least a can of sardines or wild salmon. I'm saying wild because wild or farmed makes it different for omega-3 fatty acids. So you want to be consuming at least 3-4 ounces of fish once a week. For your brain health, also, I made this, cool graphic at some point. You can find the link in the show notes. Also, it's on my Instagram about these best sources of omega-3s. And after all my research, I wrote down that you need your omega-3s if you're interested in thinking faster, making better decisions, learning faster, and remembering more. Running, cycling, swimming faster. It's the best smart drug. It contributes to heart health, brain health, and better performance. When I say performance, I mean sexual performance and better fertility. I'm not saying it cures anything, I'm just saying it will improve your fertility and your reproductive health. And will help with preventing its decline. Mental health, emotional imbalance, so all of that omega-3 fatty acids do contribute, especially marine omega-3 fatty acids do contribute to all of that. Omega-3 land fatty acids that you are getting from your chia seeds, walnuts, flax seeds, they are important for blood lipids, blood cholesterol, heart health, and omega-6 fatty acids that you can get from just eating 2 egg yolks a day contribute to create a proper inflammation responses, to make your inflammation, chronic inflammation less, to balance or to help with food sensitivities. You know, if you're having problems with hair loss, if you're having the problems with itchy, scaly, red skin sensitivity. So omega-6 fatty acids contribute to a lot of that. By the way, about omega-3 fatty acids, marine omega-3 fatty acids, the best sources, guys, as I mentioned, cod liver, caviar, also mackerel. And to give you an idea, just 1 ounce of those foods like cod liver, caviar, mackerel, salmon, anchovies, herring, sardines, just 1 ounce will give you more than enough for the day, and with a lot of those sources, even for the week. So if you're not eating fish at least once a day, guys, you are missing out and you do not care a lot about your health. So to sum up, our omega-6s and omega-3s, super important, as you can imagine, for heart health, for brain health, for fertility, for brain development, for inflammation, for food intolerances and sensitivities, to improve what I like to call human RAM. You're gonna learn faster, think faster, run faster, and just be an awesome human being. So to get a balanced, well, kind of balanced, but to get the best of the omega-3s and 6 world, you want to eat a couple of egg yolks a day. You want to eat a tablespoon of walnuts or flax seeds or chia seeds. And you want to eat a serving, a whole can of sardines, or maybe, you know, a whole portion of salmon, or maybe some caviar, or maybe some cod liver every single day, or a couple of times a week, depending on how much you eat. But you don't have to eat a lot, so just, you know, eat fatty fish at least once a week. Cod liver, caviar, fish roe, guys, also have it. The best fishes are sardines, herring, anchovies, salmon, mackerel. Eat your walnuts, flax seeds, or chia seeds. Eat a couple of eggs, and you'll be covered with your omega-6s and omega-3s in the best absorbable form for a human body. So, guys, it's really actually easy to eat those foods. We are eating our eggs anyway, right? We are eating our, well, we were not actually talking before about walnuts and flax seeds, but we will talk about flax seeds more when it comes to minerals. So eat your walnuts, flax seeds, or chia seeds, just 1 tablespoon a day, you know, purchased in bulk. Put them maybe, I don't know, in your morning smoothie, in your salads. Just make sure to do it every day, or just, you know, grab a handful and eat a handful of walnuts. Eat some fish, eat a couple of egg yolks a day, and that's it, guys. Nutrition is actually not that complicated, and you can get a lot of essential for human health micronutrients in the best form just by eating those few foods, whole foods rich in nutrients. Don't forget, of course, to pay attention to quality, because usually the better the quality, like organic, pastured, wild, etc., the more nutrients in the best form you get, with the least amount of negative compounds, like maybe pesticides, or maybe some antibiotics or hormones that are added to a lot of lower quality animal foods, or some pesticides that are, you know, non-organic plant foods are sprayed with. So that's it for today, guys. Your omegas are covered. Eat your couple of egg yolks, a spoon of walnuts, flax seeds, or chia seeds, a portion of sardines every day, or once a week is enough also. And as usual, till next time, eat better daily, and stay tuned for 2 more days till 2020 to get all of your micronutrients into your supercharged meal plan.